50% of orgs are doing what? Okay, to put that in perspective, enterprises report that over half of them have 50 plus ongoing integrations. That is a ton of integrations. That doesn't even fit onto like a single sheet or a single spreadsheet. You actually have to have that's a 2-pager. Imagine trying to manage all that. So the question is, why are they doing all this? And the answer might be simple. Well, return on investment. Well, that's actually just what salespeople say when they don't know what to tell you to get you to say yes. But of course, we do want a return on investment. But what's really happening is that whenever you've invested in some kind of infrastructure or a process or software as a service, you have a specific amount of value that you're trying to get out of that. And every moment that that's not integrated seamlessly into your enterprise, it starts to degrade. In fact, the only way to get that seamless integration into your enterprise is through the systems integration market, which is a $431 billion market. And by next year, that's going to be a $500 billion market. That's because it's growing at 11.3%. And it's only getting spurred on more by the advent of AI, creating new laser-focused process, infrastructure, and software. And this market really kind of gets broken into 3 parts. There is the infrastructure integration. It's about a third of the market. We also have the application integration. It's about a third of the market. And then a third of that's just general consulting. In fact, consulting actually ends up getting mixed in between the other segments of the market. But if you look at this holistically, there's a ton of moving parts here. There's no AI solution that can actually possibly do this. There's just too many stakeholders into the world events. There's just so much happening here that you can see why this is growing into a $500 billion market by next year. So what options do we have? Well, maybe there's something like an integration middleware that can kind of speed this up for us. Well, if you remember from my last video, that is a trap. There is no silver bullet. There is no way to take your bespoke application stack and seamlessly blend it with all the different process and software as a service and infrastructure that you have out there. But there is a lot of software that actually does help us do that. There's things like Apache Airflow and NiFi, maybe AWS Step Functions or Hevo. We've all, as developers or integrators, have identified these problems, and we've created a lot of really cool ways to solve part of those problems. But it made me ask myself, what if there was a way to seamlessly blend integration with automation? What if there was a technology where we could blur the lines between software and data and process and infrastructure? And that's where Squilla comes in. We can take all of that, we turn it into little tiny pieces of micro middleware that we call snaps. And we can take those snaps and we can endlessly blend them together. We can endlessly snap them together. So yeah, that's Squilla.